Conversations with others can be difficult. Whether you're the team leader trying to motivate and guide your team, or if you're a team member working on a task with a colleague, communication challenges are bound to occur. Much of these challenges come from a lack of clarity around intentions, either our own intentions or that of the other person. Last week, I talked about testing our assumptions as a way to explore the intentions of others. Perhaps in doing this, you got to the point where they directly tell you what their intention is, and that's great. But now what? Once you have a better understanding of their intentions, what do you do from here? Do you take them at their word or continue on in doubt? Perhaps believe, but tread carefully with some skepticism? How well has your strategy been working for you? Allow me to share another communication tip with you that will not only help you with your working relationships, but all your relationships. Hello, my friends. Jeffrey Shaw here from Grow to Your Potential. The tip I have for you today is trust that the other person's intentions are good. That whatever it is they're doing or trying to communicate, they are doing so with good in mind. As 9 times out of 10, a person's intentions are for good, even when what they're doing may not seem like it. Now, I know for some of you, huge red flags and warning bells were just popping up all over the place as I said this. Perhaps you're thinking back to when you were taught not to accept candy from strangers or other lessons like that. And don't worry, I am not speaking to those situations where the risk of assuming a good intention can lead to incredibly harmful consequences if you're wrong. What I'm talking about here is our everyday interactions with people we know. So all those stranger danger warnings that just sort of popped up into your head, well, you can just set those aside for the moment, put yourself at ease, and we can proceed with today's lesson. Trust me, I am here to help you. When dealing with others, how we interact with them is based on how we choose to perceive their intentions. Now, notice what I said here. We have a choice. Whether we were able to get to a point of clarity of intentions or are still at the beginning stage of exploration, we can choose what we will assume about their intentions. If we don't know their intentions, we can assume they are good or bad. If they told us their intentions, we can choose to assume they're being truthful or not. In either of these situations, I want to encourage you to take the stance of assuming their intentions are good. And here's why. We find what we look for. If we believe negative intentions, we'll find evidence to support it, either real or fabricated. When we believe intentions are good, we're more open to explore to see how this could be true. We ask better questions with an open mind to possibilities we otherwise would likely never have considered. In doing so, we are better able to see things from the other person's perspective. When I think of examples of this, I think of interactions I've had with my kids. As a parent, there are times where we have to lay down some restrictions and possibly even discipline our children. From their perspective, we can come across as cruel or unloving to the point where they directly accuse us of being so. In situations like this, I've taken my children aside and I ask them if they really believe I don't love them. As we work through this, we address the emotions that produce these statements and regain focus on the truth of my love for them. Once we regain this foundation, I help them explore what has transpired to see how it could be an act of love even when it may not feel like it. From this place of common understanding and mutual trust, We can then explore whether the actions taken were appropriate or not, and what kind of changes may be required for the future. In these situations, if we allow doubt to reign, relationships can undergo irreparable harm. But if we choose that higher road, to trust that their intention is good, we build bridges to better relationships and better teams. So the next time you feel yourself getting all worked up over one of your colleagues or your boss or an employee, just take a moment to pause. Assume their intentions are good and explore how this might be true. You will be glad you did.